What's up, risk managers? My name is Nasdaq Anonymous, and I'm addicted to the NQ. And boy, is she one hell of a drug. And welcome to tonight's NA meeting, where we'll discuss the economic data for the week, analyze today's session, and from that, build a winning game plan for tomorrow's price action. And if you haven't done so already, you can show your support by subscribing to the channel. And with that said, let's jump into the charts now. This is tomorrow's data. Be mindful that all times are in Central Time. And we have a small block of news scheduled for tomorrow, so let's jump into it. At 7:30, we have PPI, and at 12:15, we have Fed Bostic speaking. And now that we know what to expect, let's jump into the charts and create a game plan for tomorrow's price action. This is the block of price action that we traded during today's stream, and today was definitely a range day. And as I analyze the charts, I see about 3 clues that's going to be essential for helping us find the best trades going into tomorrow's stream. So let's jump into it. During the overnight session, the Nasdaq opened slightly bullish, sweeping the liquidity above Friday's range, where the bears took control and sold price 144 points to the downside. However, after sweeping the liquidity below Friday's range, the bulls found support and price rallied 160 points to the upside, taking out Friday's highs. And as the bulls failed to take price higher, the bears stepped in and sold price 170 points to the downside in an attempt to take out pre-market lows. And as the bears failed to rotate price lower, the bulls regained control and price rallied 241 points to the upside, retesting a previous area of supply where we saw this massive drop, this massive recovery, and price basically trending until the end of the session. And based on this price action, this is what I'm going to be looking for. So as you can currently see, price is holding this range between 615 and 595. Here, if the bulls are able to maintain this range and find support, we can definitely see a retest of at least this high or this range where we saw that huge rejection. Now, if the bulls fail to hold this range overnight and price does sweep the liquidity below these lows, the next area of support is going to be this range between 555 and 530. Now, again, we did see a massive move to the downside from this area of supply. And if the bulls fail here, and the bulls also fail at this range, I believe the last line of defense for the bulls would be this range between 450 and 435. I want to see the bears actually trade into this range because based on the charts, I believe if once price trades into this area, we can at least see a move back up into this range. And if you look over here at the hourly chart, you can see that this area of support was the start of this massive rally to the upside. So I do expect if price does find its way back into this range, we can at least see price trade right back into this area of equilibrium around 615 and 590. Now we do have PPI coming out tomorrow. And usually when we see the switch between PPI and CPI, we could see a massive move to the down and upside depending how the market reacts. So the price action overnight and the reaction to tomorrow's news is definitely going to be essential for our bias going into tomorrow's stream. Now, if you're enjoying the content and appreciate the value that me and my trading partner provides to the trading community, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the release of our next NA meeting and live streams. And with that said, let's jump into an ES chart. This is an ES chart. And this is the block of price action that we traded during today's stream. And just like the NQ, the ES opened slightly bullish, sweeping the liquidity above Friday's range, where the bears stepped in, selling price 26 points to the downside. However, after sweeping the liquidity below Friday's range, the bulls found support and price rallied 39 points to the upside, taking out Friday's high. And as the bulls failed to maintain this momentum, the bears stepped in, sold price down, but unlike the NQ, it did sweep the liquidity below pre-market lows. And from this sweep of liquidity, price rallied trading into this previous area of support where we saw this massive drop, this recovery, and price trending down until the end of the session. And based on this price action, here's what I'm going to be looking for. So just like on the NQ, if price doesn't hold this range between 360 and 355, we can see a drop all the way down to about 340. And if the bulls fail to protect this area around 340, I'm going to be looking at an area between 335 and 330. So a big giant range between 345 and 330. Here is where, if price does trade into this range, I expect for the bulls to retest this area right here. And if you look over here at the hourly chart, you can see that the bulls did find support here in that 340 to 335 range. And with PPI tomorrow, we can definitely see that move down. And if the bulls fail to protect this area, we can see a sweep below these lows as the bears make an attempt to retest this low at 320. Or we can see the bulls actually defend these lows, and we can see price run back up into this area of supply. So we're definitely going to have to watch the price action overnight to make our determination when we go into tomorrow's stream. And we're definitely going to have to watch the reaction to the PPI release, because we already saw a nasty reaction from the job numbers. If the PPI comes in and shows that inflation is accelerating, we can definitely see a similar move to the downside that we saw during non-farm payrolls. So it's highly recommended to sit on your hands until after the market releases this data and the volatility drops, and you have a clear direction of what side the market is trying to trade into, because we'll definitely see a lot of volatility with tomorrow's release. And in summary, both markets opened slightly bullish, sweeping the liquidity above Friday's range and then selling off. Both markets reversed and rallied into a significant area of supply. And finally, once price rejected from that area of supply, price trended to the downside until the close of the session. And that's all I have for tonight, risk managers. And you can watch us trade these concepts live by clicking this video. We'll see you there.